Blackened, Nothing Else Matters, and Enter Sandman. What?
Maybe I left before then.
What songs were wrong? According to the douchebags on
the radio,
the
they're not even the
testicle
main
radio
DJs.
is. Probably some young punk kids that don't know shit about shit.
I think they wanted Fuel because that's all they mentioned. But it's like they played that at Houston and San Antonio before they got here.
I think they have three different set lists.
Yeah,
I didn't see Sanitarium on there. That sucks.
And
but you know,
one's my favorite song ever.
Yeah,
and it's hard. They were all good.
Sure.
And the crowd, you know, they were thrashing. The heads banging. They were playing the guitar, air drums. The guy next to me, or next to my girlfriend, actually, was actually playing the drums.
So the question of the day is: out of the new songs, which one did you like the best?
Yeah, my favorite song was One, and they played
this other shit.
Yeah. I still haven't made a determination on if I like their new crap yet.
Well, since you just called it crap,
well, I call
I'm gonna go with
everything
no.
All their stuff yet. It's like because
I mean, here's the deal: you got to listen to the new album because the new album is, I mean, it is the best thing since Master Puppets.
Okay. I don't agree with that, sir.
Well, I don't care if you agree with it.
I'm just saying my opinion differs from you. It's not.
That's fine.
It's not the truth.
It is truth.
No, sir.
And again, you know, I mean,
you're saying Hardwired's better than Justice.
No, I'm not saying it's better than Justice.
It says the best thing they put out.
I would, I mean, okay, look, And Justice for All was a great album.
Yep.
There's no argument there.
Okay.
You're not going to get me an argument about how good And Justice is.
Okay.
It was, yeah. Yep. However, when you take everything that has come out since And Justice for All, Black Album, Load, Reload, even the Garage Inc., the
S&M,
Saint Anger. We're just going to skip over S&M. Saint Anger and Death Magnetic.
You mean Saint Tango?
Saint Tango. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Do me a favor. Right now. I'm putting you on the spot.
Put me on the spot.
Rank the Metallica albums. Go. Not including S&M or Garage Inc.
Okay. Well, Master Puppets for
Number
sure.
one.
Number one.
Okay.
I would probably have to say Justice for All, number two.
Okay.
Yeah. See, for me, it's going to be Master Justice, Ride the Lightning, Kill 'Em All. And I would have to say that the new album, Hardwired.
Okay.
And maybe the Black Album.
Okay.
Maybe Load. I'd probably put Death Magnetic above
Reload.
Yeah,
I would too.
And then it would be Reload and then Saint Anger.
Yep. That's around
and
what
then,
I would do.
Know, we wouldn't say anything about Lulu.
No, it doesn't exist. Most people don't know about that anyway.
No.
So.
What?
Exactly.
I can't hear you guys. You're whispering over there. It's like
Lulu. Have you ever heard of Lulu?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, he has.
Yep.
I guess he has.
Yeah, I heard it was shit. Like bad.
Yeah, it's
Did you hear the songs off of Beyond Magnetic? The little extra CD they put out.
I did hear some. Some of them were. I thought some of them were better than what made it. See, I forget. There's one too. It's like a third tune on that I would have subbed in for the Unforgiven 3.
I just didn't like any of the Beyond Magnetic.
No.
It's the same thing I didn't like Reload. It's
like the Hate Train. You didn't like Hate Train?
No. It was regurgitated crap. Is basically how I see it.
See, I heard those like the Beyond Magnetic were the songs that I heard before. Those are the ones that were, hey, this is what's coming out. They released those 4 tunes. So this is a new album coming out. I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty cool because it's pretty thrashing and it's kind of going back more towards their.
I remember you telling about that.
Yeah, and then I pick up Death Magnetic. I'm like, this doesn't sound anything like the 4 tunes. The stuff that I heard previously.
My Apocalypse was pretty fucking heavy.
That was a good one. So that was the
last track.
Yeah,
that was pretty heavy.
Yeah,
I like the Day That Never Comes because it goes everywhere.
That one to me it was too long.
Well, I'm saying towards the end is like one of the many problems of Saint Anger was the songs were way too long and repetitive. They should have been cut off. And
it should have been produced. If that album was produced,
could have been a lot better. Yeah,
it would have been a lot.
Because if you hear some of the songs live, they sound a lot better.
Good, yeah.
But
there is one song that I do really like off of Saint Anger.
Oh, I know exactly what song it is, and I feel the same way about a song. It's just not the same one.
Yeah.
And yours is
The Unnamed Feeling.
And mine is
Jesus.
Sweet Amber.
Sweet Amber, yeah. I was getting there.
And Seth is completely lost. Have you even heard anything off of St. Anger?
Yeah, I actually own the album.
Oh, okay. So
I heard it once.
Do you agree how shitty it is? Like, I'm guessing.
Once.
Yeah.
You still own it, or you throw it away? I mean, you got to own it for collective
I don't even
purposes.
think it's on my cloud, so I own it somewhere.
I was like, you got to own it for collective purposes.
Yeah.
I was taking when I was gathering the live tunes for tonight.
Yeah.
I was looking through all my like 40 Metallica CDs because I have like all the singles and some of the singles have live versions.
Right.
And,
well, all the singles have live versions.
One of them I actually thought about putting on here was Merciful Fate, but I was like, I can't. I got to stop with all the long ones.
Why? You have there's only 2 long ones on there.
Yeah. Oh, well, they're all kind of long.
I mean, yeah, all the live versions.
So the problem is when you put 2 together and you put 2 long ones, you turn it into 20 minutes. But anyway, I found some interesting stuff. Like there's a CD I have called the Metallic Era, and it's all of their covers from Garage Days, and it's done by the original people. So it's all in like one. That's cool. One little
That's
CD.
Pretty cool.
So it's like Diamond Head doing Am I Evil, Budgie doing Bread Fan. All that stuff. So that was pretty cool. And I've got all the stupid. I say stupid, but I like some of them.
Like the remixes and shit.
Yeah, like the cover, like a punk tribute and
the
Die Krups and
what was that?
Apocalyptica. The cellos. That's fucking amazing.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, and then the industrial ones, the Blackest album. 1, 2, and 3. There is some good stuff on those. There's some horrendous stuff on there too, but there is some good stuff. But anyway, back to the now stuff. It kind of caps off what we were talking about, how they've been around 3 decades, and now like the way I listen to Hardwired and even Death Magnetic, to me it's kind of like this is what new metal sounds like.
It's actually 4 decades, going on 5.
I know. I just think 80s, 90s, 2000s. I know it's 7 years into a new decade, but I kind of count.
We're going on 4.
I kind of count all last 17 years as one decade, really.
Yeah,
because nothing's really changed.
Because a decade.
You know what I mean? Like you could take the 80s and say that's the 80s, and you can attribute things to it. You could take the 90s and say that's the 90s and attribute things to it.
Yeah,
but what can you really attribute? What can you really attribute from 2000 to 2010 that's so different from 2010 to 2017?
You ready for this?
Rap rock.
First black president.
No, really? That was 2008, and then came into this decade, so that doesn't count.
No, what kind of does?
Not really.
Yeah.
You know, the internet came out.
It was only 2 years. Only 2 years of his age.
It was like social media started in 2006, so social media was still around in that decade.
I thought MySpace was.
Well, no, MySpace was 2004, 2005, because YouTube was 2006.
Yeah,
because they celebrated their 10-year anniversary last year.
Yeah,
but I got which was first, MySpace or YouTube?
MySpace, I think.
So MySpace was the first social media site?
I think so, yeah. Tom,
I remember that. Tom wanted to be everybody's friend, and then everybody said, "Fuck you, Tom."
Fuck you, Tom. Actually, Tom said, "Fuck you, MySpace."
It still exists too.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake owns it, or he's part of it. He's part of
the
conglomerate.
You know why I liked MySpace? Because it wasn't too personal. Like it seems to me like Facebook is way too personal.
I think it's become that. I think MySpace had MySpace.
It's just like this is who I am. This is what I like.
MySpace and Facebook. I think it would have been the same way.
You think so? Yeah, you think it's just it was evolution?
Well, I think that they tried to turn MySpace into some like music thing, and it did not work very well, and nobody really cares.
Well, like right off the bat, when you set up a MySpace account, it doesn't ask you as many questions as like a Facebook account. Granted, this is like I said, I had a MySpace page back in like 2005, 2006, whenever it came out, and then I didn't get a Facebook until like 2010 or something, like 2009 maybe. And it was like the thing I had a problem with was like, let's say like you're in a relationship and then you break up and then you put that on there and then it tells everybody that you broke up, and I'm like, I didn't want to tell everybody. Yeah,
it's kind of dumb. I think the whole putting relationship thing status is kind of stupid.
Yeah, you should just leave that off completely.
But it's not official unless it's on Facebook. So
fucking bullshit.
So once you and
stop it, just stop it,
Jacqueline. Yeah. If it's not if she doesn't have it on Facebook and you don't have it on Facebook, then it's not official. Yeah. So you're safe.
Yeah,
it's true. Use your name all day long, and nobody will ever know because it's not official.
Or Snapchat. That's the new thing nowadays.
Is it Snapchat?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. So that was like the
Snapchat, man.
Like the booby app, right? That's what
it can be a booby app. Absolutely. Absolutely.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about new Metallica and boobs.
Yep. Well, that's a good conversation. So where do you think is in store for the good old Metallica? Their shoemaker.
I am not sure.
Yeah,
I've never thought about it.
Really?
That's later.
Because you don't sit around twiddling your thumbs thinking about Metallica like I do or
No,
Jeremy does.
no, I'm not
Dude.
a music dork like Jeremy and
it's
and Johnny.
when I was
Yeah.
listening, going through the songs with my parents earlier, and I was just rocking out to it and all into it, doing all the faces and the air guitars. My parents were just like, "Jesus Christ, you really love this stuff, don't you?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, it's like my life."
I mean, if you think about it, the Metallica is to metal and rock what the Beatles were to, pop music. And
I posed this question. I'm going to pose it again. I was going to pose it last week, but I'm going to pose it to you now.
Okay.
I would consider Metallica the kings of metal of the 80s. Okay. Very, there's some other ones that are really close behind them. But I'm going to say Metallica is the face of metal of the 80s.
I'm going to hear your question before I start deconstructing.
Don't deconstruct me. Just answer this question.
I'm going to.
This is not meant for you to deconstruct. I'm just saying my personal opinion is it's Metallica.
Ask the fucking question.
90s,
Yeah.
I would say it's Pantera, the face of metal of 90s. Think about any other metal bands in the 90s that were bigger.
Metallica.
Yeah.
Motley Crue.
Is that's your go-to Motley Crue?
Girls,
Now, my question to you is this. Who's the face of metal now?
There isn't one.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm sorry, but here's the deal. When we're talking about music right now, you mentioned Pantera. Pantera had the potential to become the next huge. Not that they weren't big. Not that people still.
Yeah, they were pretty damn big.
They were never Metallica big.
No.
Okay.
No.
Name a band that's come after Metallica that is Metallica big. You can't do it.
Mm-mm. And as much as you hate this, and I don't really even listen to them as much anymore, but I'm going to say it. If I had to say that there's a metal band that's the face of the 2000s, it's either going to be Avenged Sevenfold or Five Finger Death Punch, because that's the two most popular metal bands I can think of.
I don't know who Five Finger Death Punch is.
Yeah, you do. Moose
Knuckle Clit
Moose
Tickle?
Knuckle Clit Tickle.
Yeah, no, there's no way those fuckers could be the
I know
face of anything.
you don't like them.
No, it's
but I'm
not
telling
that,
you that I'm talking about the popularity, the amount of people that do like them.
Right, but here's the deal. That'll change in a week.
But it doesn't.
But it will.
They both of them have been very popular the last 10 years.
So Avenged Sevenfold, without Metallica, will pull 60,000 people. Five Finger Clit Tickle.
You can't put them on the same level as Metallica. We just said
That's my point.
I know, and I'm
That's
agreeing.
my point. So you can't tell me that they're the face of the generation when they can't even fucking 20,000 people. Maybe.
There has to be a face. There can't not be a face.
There isn't.
There isn't a face.
Britney Spears.
Jesus Christ.
That
No.
pop crap killed music.
Well, the music industry killed music.
Yeah, the double O's or double aughts, whatever you want to call them, killed rock music. You go to the Grammys, you go to the BET
It's all about
Awards.
pop and hip hop.
Right.
Yeah, you can't even put Metallica, the greatest fucking metal band of all time, on stage without putting Lady Shaka
Right.
on the fucking thing with her.
Exactly.
And
like-
she's up there fake moshing, and I don't know what looked like she's got electric current going through her body.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awful.
It's embarrassing.
Yes.
Because, I'm living the glory days of going to a Metallica concert, and luckily enough, Janet did enjoy herself. She was rocking out.
Were you rocking out with the curtains out?
She'd bob her head.
Jamming out with the clam out.
Jamming out the clam out? Yeah. Come on, meat curds. You can
Oh.
tell us. What's
Yeah.
up?
She did authorize me to tell you this.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay.
She had made plans to become a legend. Because I've told you we've had sex on the roof of a building, right?
No.
No.
But that's good to know.
I can't tell you which building.
But yes, you can.
I'm guessing, but go ahead.
Jeremy knows. 'Cause
Okay.
I've told him behind closed
Oh, well,
doors.
see, now,
Oh, well,
now
then
Jeremy's going to tell me the musical break.
Well, just not on the radio.
That's fine.
But then,
On the what? We're on the what? What's happening?
and she goes, we're going to have sex in the bathroom at a Metallica concert.
Did you do it?
Every bathroom had like 6 security guards
Yeah.
standing outside.
Oh.
So you
Yeah.
couldn't go in and start smoking, that kind of
Right.
thing.
Yeah. Or 5.
Yeah. And it's like, well, then we walk down the hall. Maybe we could find one back in the corner. Nope.
So that's what was happening during the Unforgiven.
What you do is you get a vial of steroids and just go, hey, guys, who wants it? Who wants it? Who wants it? Go get it. Go get it, guys.
Yep.
Well, that sucks.
Because
No, it didn't.
they were all women. Older. They were older.
Hey, I bet you could have got an in the pants handy.
Maybe.
And
'Cause you
that
could
would
have
have done nothing for me.
Well,
but-
it was better than nothing. Shut up. It's better than nothing, man.
I mean,
Wait,
so
would you rather?
You didn't get to do the deed at the
Nope.
Metallica concert. That
Nope.
stinks.
And it was going to be during Avenged Sevenfold because neither one of us liked them.
Okay.
You know.
You mean I?
Would you say that was your nightmare?
Nightmare.